Hey guys, this is Joel here from joelwebsites.com. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what Casey uses for making his vlogs. So I'm going to talk about all the camera gear that he uses in this particular video. So in case you are trying to find out what camera he uses for making his videos, which camera, which lenses and all that stuff. So I'm going to explain everything according to whatever I've researched. Okay, so I've been watching Casey's videos for a very long time. So sometimes he uses the wide angle lenses. So he uses the 10 to 22 mm USM lens. I am sure he uses this because I've seen a lot of his vlogs, and yeah, he uses this one. There is an option for the 10 to 22 USM lens. So that is the 10 to 18 STM lens. Okay, so you might be confused about which lens to purchase, whether you should purchase the USM lens or the 10 to 18 STM lens. So I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Suppose if you are low in budget, you can go for the 10 to 18 mm lens. It is a lens that is made from Canon. It is made by Canon, okay, and it is comparatively cheaper than the USM lens. The advantage of this lens is that it has image stabilization, so you won't have that jerky sort of video. It is quite good. In the 10 to 22 mm lens, the fastest aperture is 3.5. So it has a much more open aperture, whereas this has a 4.5 to 5.6 aperture, and whereas that has from 3.5 to 4.6. So it's like you can get better quality by purchasing that lens. So my camera is going a bit out of focus, I'm putting image focusing off, the automatic focusing off. Yeah, so let's continue the video. So now let's go to the next point. What does he use to make his time lapses? So he uses several cameras. In the previous videos, he used to use the iPhone. The iPhone has a built-in time-lapse feature, so that is very useful to make time lapses of clouds and so on. He even uses his DSLR nowadays to make the time-lapse videos. So basically what happens is that you have to just record a very long clip in the DSLR and then just move it to your computer and fast forward it, so it becomes a time lapse automatically. So now let's speak about the next thing, that is what is the cameras that he uses. So he uses the Hero 4. So he has the sessions, okay, he has the Hero 4 sessions, the black color camera that he uses the most. That is just like a small black camera. It looks like this charger that I have. Okay, I really don't have all the equipment that he has, but his camera looks somewhat like this, if you have noticed on this vlog. So he uses this camera, that is the Hero Sessions 4, for underwater footage. If he's going to on the sea, he uses that camera. Okay, this is just a charger. Okay, yeah, he also uses the 18 to 250 mm STM lens. So this is the STM lens, that is the kit lens that is available with the 7D. So normally he uses cameras like the 7D. The 7D camera is from Canon, by the way. If you don't know properly, it is from Canon. So I'll tell you some benefits of using the 18 to 250 mm lenses. So in some shots you may have noticed that he zooms in a lot. Whichever shot he has to zoom in a lot, he uses the 18 to 250 mm. So it has a wide angle lens. It is not so wide as a 10 to 18 or 10 to 22, but it has quite a wide angle lens, so it will currently I'm using the 10 to 18 lens. If you, it is mounted on my camera, so this is what it looks at 18. So at so this is a minimum focal length or zoom, minimum zoom. So this is what he records, okay. And yeah, I forgot to mention one very important thing. He uses the Joby Gorilla Pod. So as of now I just have a Chinese Gorilla Pod. I'll just show it to you very soon. Yeah, is it okay? I'm just zooming out and I'm gonna show you 1 second. I hope the video doesn't get stopped. So this is somewhat like the Joby Gorilla Pod. This is like a alternative. This was just for about $10. I mean $10. So this is a Chinese version of the Gorilla Pod. You can use this or you can use the Joby Gorilla Pod. It's up to you. I feel the Joby might be a better one. Please note that he uses the Gorilla Pod, that is the longest one, okay, available from Joby. I'm just mounting my camera back. It's taking too long. It's like confusing to mount this thing back. Oh god. Okay, yeah, now it's done. Thank you for being patient. So I need to mention some more things about his gear on this particular video. So one is that he uses is Samsung Note 7. So if you don't know, he has two Samsung phones. So so he uses it during jogging time. So if you have noticed, like the video clarity, even using the front facing camera, you can record using Ultra HD quality using the Samsung Note 7. So I mentioned most of the things he has used, the most of the equipment that he uses. I just didn't mention one single thing, okay, like I was about to miss this, but good, I remembered it. So he uses a Rode microphone. So he uses a Rode Microphone Pro. So in the Rode Microphone Pro, you have to insert a battery in the mic, and there are some audio gain levels, okay. So you can boost the audio before it enters the camera. So that is the benefit of using the Rode Microphone Pro. There are three versions of the Rode microphone. So one is the Pro, the mediate level, one is the mini level. Okay, so the Rode Video Micro is the least expensive microphone, okay. So you can buy this. The best thing about this is that it is very lightweight, and the audio quality is exactly what you're hearing from this particular video, okay. So the audio quality will be exactly what you're hearing right now. I know it is very crispy and it is somewhat directional, so it will not catch much of the audio that is behind the camera. So that is an advantage about this. So before, Casey used to use a lot of point and shoot cameras as well. So I'll just give you an example of what cameras he used to use. So he used to use cameras like this particular one, okay. So this is a Canon Power Shot, okay. It is a Canon IXY. It is a very old model. It is like only 6 megapixel. So the point I'm trying to explain the point is that it doesn't really matter what camera you use. The point is that the story, suppose if you make a video, the point behind making the video is much more important. Like suppose if you want to convey a message, the message should be conveyed in a proper manner. So that is much more important. This is exactly what Casey says, okay. So I hope that this video was useful to you, and if you're thinking of vlogging, I wish you all the best. Do check my vlogging channel, that is linked in the description, okay. So this was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye guys, take care, see you in the next video. Peace. I don't know exactly what it's called. It is called the Rode microphone. Just a second, I'll